once you discover a tip or a practice that will benefit you, you get, there's, you have unlimited ability to perform, right? So that was beautiful what just happened. All of us witnessed it together. We are a special court. We just put our signatures on this being a safe way to do your second B, especially because you're putting something in the withholding box. Because what are we doing? We're claiming apportionment of the bartered amount, which is quite high. But the cost and the basis, now I've done a couple Bs like this because of my matters I was dealing with. It made sense to me to put what it cost me to procure that proceed amount. But I hadn't thought about it as balancing the ledger with putting cost and basis, because that's what they used. They used 10 times. They used our signature times 10 of the amount of the original proceeds that were delivered.
Our Angel Walter has been going around doing the teaching videos with the smaller groups, and lo and behold, one passed my way the other day as I was trying to figure out how not to create taxable income with the MISC and the B and all this other stuff. I was struggling the other day with that, and then Walter's video passed by, and oh my gosh, this man said, when you put whatever you put in, when you put the barter times 10 in the proceeds, put that same amount in cost basis and it zeroes it out on the 89.49. So that's zero taxable income and you just get your withholding, your 24%. I was like, oh my gosh, I had an epiphany. I'm very thankful for that. I've done so many ABBs since hearing that just a few days ago for me and my family. And I'm using Iris. So I had to self-train myself in that. But now I have a system going. I'm just keeping it simple. I'm doing the A and double B for just your bank statement stuff. This is, to me, path of least resistance. So I'm doing bank deposits, your billing statements, those coupons. We know that's interest due back to the principal, right? So I'm doing those times 10 of the bank deposits. That's mainly what I'm doing right now. I'm doing the ABBs on all of those. I'm waiting on them to hit the transcripts right now because I've done quite a bit for me and my family over the last couple of days. So I'm very excited because once we get it on the transcript, that wage and it, then we just do the 1040, 1041 and you recoup it. And to me, that's game changer. So I'm just finally excited to get that new knowledge of how to get rid of that taxable income, and very thankful for what's being shared today. Love you guys.
All right. We're going to do the second B. We're just going to do it backwards. So Wells Fargo's going to be the payer, and I'm going to be the recipient now. And my account number's here. So if I got my account number on all three of them, can you see how it links those together? Just like in a database, if you got any database engineers here. There's X, same thing, real money monetized. I'm not asking them to audit. I already did, right? But you certainly can. And the proceeds is going to be your barter number, 800. You're going to do the same thing in cost basis. And we'll hold on here for a second. Before, when we did our 1040 or our 1041 and we added the B, this B right here, the second B to that, we skipped the proceeds and the cost basis on the 1040, 1041 and went straight to this one, federal income tax withheld. Now we're doing this here because it'll look better on an 8949. So we're going to do ordinary. So 24% of 800,000, that's the value, right? We're going to put a big number in here. Doesn't matter what it is because we're going to go with this number they tell us to put in there. Right there. 192,000. Now, some have suggested doing less than 24% and giving the IRS a tip out of that. I can't confirm or deny that that's happening. And you want to make sure the state's clear. If you had a CUSIP number, you want to make sure the CUSIP number's in there, and again, account number. But we don't need to fill out anything else at this point. Okay? And this is the one that's going to end up on your transcripts. For 23 and 24, they'll probably end up there pretty quick. 22 and 21, maybe a little slow. Of course, it's probably late to get 21 in. And I'm finally seeing on my transcripts, my 2021 and 2022 1099Bs. I haven't seen them until just recently, and they've been in for some time.
We delivered X amount of proceeds, never got royalties for the use of our name, and so we're doing a B to tell the Treasury who received our offering, our contribution, our delivery of goods, of paper, of a money order, of script. And in so doing the second B, we're drawing down a portion of it. You could do 24% if you're doing electronic. You can do 50% if you're doing a online fillable form. You can do 100% if you wanted. If you're doing a carbon B and handwriting it with blue ink. And the second B, you could go ahead and tithe the Treasury a 10%, and you can pull down the 90%, gifting all day long. The Treasury is going to be motivated to cut that check to you, because then they get a check for 10, and then you take the 90. And that'll teach those bankers or those pirates to board our ship again and touch our cookies or our precious cargo or our precious treasure. Context and clarity is always helpful when you're feeding lions, because, the fastest path to get your result without delay, right? And we're just slicing through the confusion and the Maya, and we're really shining the light on the facts of the matter. And we're all attorneys in fact. We only operate in facts, which is why we always have the receipts. It's why we always have the law underneath our arm, tucked under our arm. It's why we're always able to arbitrate through the mail, sovereign to sovereign, exempt to exempt, broker to broker, agency to agency, designee to designee, fiducie to fiducie, bank to bank, whatever you want to call it. It's a like-kind exchange where both parties are made whole instantly, and there's no wiggle room for accounting errors, let's just say, because we can always put a claim in and say there's been a mistake or there's been an accounting error. Okay, so especially when we're sending Bs to these agencies that are being audited right now, every claim we're sending in is being recorded on the field. Okay, microfilm, unmesswithable. That's why we're walking with the law, we're walking with the receipts, we're walking with our own private records that we voluntarily submit for the benefit of the one violated, reporting it to those who will go after the violators. That's the key.
Blacktop pavement, cover me like a chemical reaction or a steamroller. Randomly, there's a distant buzz and low frequency. It tickles shakes the leaves off of every tree. Violently, what pretension, everlasting peace. Everything must cease. Institution on the hill, like a beacon in the mind of an ancestor, to ignite a people's will. There's a shadowed stain on the west facade. It is spread like decay to enshroud the fraud, and the descendants find it oh so odd, oh so odd. What pretension, everlasting peace. Everything must cease. Grave memorial, hewn white stone, like the comforting caress of a mother or a friend you've always known. It evokes such pain and significance. What was once is reduced to remembrance, and the generations pass without recompense. Oh, what pretension, everlasting peace. Everything must cease. Thank you. Very much.
Ring around the rosy, pocket full of posy, ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
And don't be taking screenshots of my social unless I'm going to make some money on it.